Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, Pajama Grandma in my kitty cat pajamas. Don't know if you can see them. One of my favorite pair. And I also have a kitty cat sleeping by me. Can you see her there? Rolled up on my stuff. She's not supposed to be there. That's where my daily notebook of, I'm going to show you this. My daily notebook of my videos goes. I keep track of, in an old planner, my content every day and what day it is mostly, because otherwise I forget. So you have to have systems and tricks and strategies that keep you on track and that work for you. And one of mine is documenting, and I'm a handwritten, old-fashioned gal where I like to actually write things down so that I can keep track of them. I also have notebooks everywhere like this, full of content and ideas and strategies and lessons learned and note cards and things I'm working on for different various projects that I might have in different stages of development. Now today, this morning, first thing this morning, I committed to doing something. I said yes to it. And it was really interesting because my daily scare share video today was about saying yes to something. My happiness share today in video was about making people happy. And to me, that means, and by doing something, but when you make people happy, it adds good to the world. And so by leading by example, to me that says, and so to me that says say yes to being happy and the possibility of doing something as well. So I said yes to something this morning that I personally don't have the skill set to do, that I don't know how to do. It's something I've been wanting to do, but I don't really know how to do it. But I said yes to it because I'm confident that I can find a way to get that done, to get the result done, or at least to get the effect that I want. And I've already thought of a couple of ways to do it. I could do it through a video. I can do it through a collage. I can do it a couple of different ways. Now, saying yes to that doesn't mean that I personally will be the one to get the result or to do it. I am learning that there's a whole lot of stuff I stink at and that I shouldn't even try to do because it's going to take me way too long to figure out how to do it. But I can still say yes to getting that result, to getting the effect, to getting what I want to get done, knowing that I have the ability to go out and find the people and the resources to get whatever it is done that I want to get done. And we all have that. We all have the ability to be resourceful and figure out how to make things happen, how to get the results we want without us personally having to do it. Because guess what? We're just one person. And although I believe wholeheartedly that inside of us is greatness and the ability to do whatever it is that we want and create whatever it is that we want in our life, that doesn't mean that we're the one that has to personally do absolutely everything to create that result. We have to design and imagine and envision and communicate what it is that we want and think about it and imagine it in our mind, but it doesn't mean that we're the only one that can create that. Some of us have really, really big visions and really big ideas of how we want to impact the world. And we're not going to do that on our own, but we are going to be the one that leads that charge and figures out how it is to create, not even necessarily how, what it is that we want to create. And then the how will be shown and we'll figure out the how, but the how doesn't mean we're the one that has to do it all. Knowing even the path and the how, we can still find other people, the who can do this for me? Who can do this technological thing that I am not capable of doing? Now then, how do I get in touch with that person so that they can help me get it done? It's crazy. My recording just said that it failed, so I may be talking to myself, but it also says that we're still live. So I love technology. You never know what you're going to get. But I do know that I can figure it out. Even if this video crashes and burns right now, I know I can just stop and start over and make another video, right? We can always figure it out. So I said yes to this, and I don't know how to do it personally, but I know that I can either figure it out or I can find somebody that can do it for me and we can get it done. Now, the other secret is I'm still adding it's for the Women's Summit that I'm working on. And actually, I started marketing and rolling it out yesterday. And part of why I haven't done this thing is because I'm still interviewing people. I've got an interview tomorrow morning of someone to add. I'm continuing to add content to make the summit even better. And that means I don't have all of the people, which it doesn't matter because I don't have, that's not going to go live until the 19th now. So I can continue to add value and add people and add speakers. Now, and I can still do what it is that I want to do, even if I don't have all of them done. All I need is their pictures and I can rotate them through. I'm trying to do a a technological thing where I rotate all the speakers' pictures through. Part of it is there's too many to put on one collage. It's a lot. And so their pictures would be so small, no one would even recognize them. But maybe there's power in that too. So I'll either do a collage, or I wanted to do a video scroll where it pops through everybody's pictures and it just cycles through them and repeats. But I don't know how to do that. So I might have to figure out who to ask to help me do that if that's the effect I want. And I kind of want to figure it out on this summit because it's the kind of thing I'd like to do for all the summits. I'd like to be able to have that be our thing where we show it and then it just scrolls through really fast everybody's pictures. So we can show all the people that are a part of the summit. And since we're doing more than one, I want to figure it out for this one so that I can then just duplicate that process on the subsequent summits. Again, that's why I needed to do some branding and some music and some color selection and some a tagline, and I haven't done any of those things. I confess, I haven't done any of those things for the summit yet because they're not my area of expertise, and I want to get other people's input to make it awesome. So I need somebody that is good at graphic design so we can come up with a logo, so we can come up, I've got some ideas for taglines and things, but are they what I like, or are they what really speaks to the women that we're trying to reach with the summit? And it's always about them. It's always about how do we get the message that they need to hear to them, not about what I like, right? So, who cares what colors I like? It's what speaks to the audience. Who cares what logo I like? It's what speaks to the women that we're going to help with this summit, or whoever your target audience is. So working on that craziness. And again, say yes to something and then know that you'll figure it out. We always figure everything out. We're still here, right? We survive every day. Every morning we wake up and we're here. So all the drama and trauma and stuff that happens, we survive it. We figure it out. So as long as we know that we can always survive and make it through and figure it out, which we always can, because we have this survival mechanism built into us that makes sure that we take care of ourselves. Even if it's the minimum to get by, we still survive. So say yes to something today. I challenge you to say yes to something today and see how you can make it happen. Even if it isn't you that personally does it, see how you can make it happen. So the Women's Summit is chugging along. I finally did the email that I said I was going to do 2 days ago. And it wasn't an email. It was just a messenger message to each of the women that are in the summit so that they can start to share the link, which is awesome because they helped me with things like I had savvy spelt wrong on the headline. I'm like, hello. And when you're doing everything with the magnifying glass, you need all the help with proofreading and things that you can get. And the other thing is, on my phone, I have my phone sent to giant text because that's the only way I can see it at all is with my magnifying glass set to the biggest font text possible. So when I mobile optimized the website on mobile, it looked fine and it looked fine on my phone, but then it was cutting off the text on other people's phones. So one of the women told me about that. So I went in and fixed that. So I fixed the typo, I fixed the text. Now then somebody said, hey, can you get the pictures scrolling through on the opt-in page? And I'm like, yeah, I want to do that too, but I don't know how. But I said yes to that because I'll figure it out. And so I love that people are looking at and seeing things and adding input so that we can continually improve and make this better and better and better every day up until the day that we launch. And then the day that we launch, it is what it is, and we'll continue to get feedback and know what to do to improve and make the next Women's Summit even better. I already have ideas of how to make the next Women's Summit even better. Things like getting the questions answered ahead of time and turning them into a physical book, a real book or a real workbook, a real action. I call them action items because people don't want to think of more work. They want to think of, success items. I want to think of a cool name because it's, real things that if we do them, if we take this action, if we do this thing, it's going to make a huge difference in our life and in our business and in whatever it is that we're trying to create. So why wouldn't I want to do that? Whereas when somebody says, hey, I got this workbook for you, it's kind of like, really? Like I'm not already maxed out trying to run my business and do whatever it is that I have to do in my life. Here's the 8 gazillion things I have to do already on my to-do list. And you want me to do a workbook too? Not going to happen. I don't need more work. But if I say, here's, 3 things you can do today to save yourself 2 hours. You want to know about that? Well, absolutely. At least I wanted to know when I was running the Italian food business and the real estate and raising my kids and being married and trying to take care of a household. Yeah, anything that could have saved me 15 minutes in a day, I would have been all over it. So I want to be continually improving. I'm all about, continually improving and figuring things out. We have to, though, remember to take action and just say yes to things and do things even though we don't have all the answers. Because if we wait till we have all the answers, it's way, way too late and we get left in the dust. So why did I say yes to a summit? I've never done a summit before. I think I've said that repeatedly. This is my first summit. So every step of the way as I'm doing it, I'm figuring it out. Could I have bought someone else's program and just paid them to walk me through the process? Yes, but they would be walking me through their process. And I want to figure out my own process because I think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It just feels right to me. And so when I hit an obstacle or a roadblock, the answer's coming. And that, again, is telling me that this is what I should be doing. So that's it. That's what I'm working on today. And the 3-year-old's coming in a little bit. So I want to hurry up and get on what I need to get on before she gets here. So I wish you an absolutely terrific day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Say yes to something today.